A soccer player's heart stopped this weekend, and they performed chest compressions to save his life. Christian Eriksen went into sudden cardiac arrest, which literally meant his heart stopped and he was no longer breathing. Clinically, he was dead. This is when the medical personnel acted swiftly and correctly to perform chest compressions first. Too often, we're tricked by medical TV shows like Grey's Anatomy into thinking that shocking a patient is the first step. Real talk? It's not. Proper CPR actually helps squeeze the heart and pump blood throughout the body, even though the heart's no longer beating, giving us time for other interventions. While performing CPR, they quickly attached the AED and shocked his heart into a stable rhythm. Just a few minutes later, it looked as if he's awake and was being transferred to a local hospital where he is now on the mend. Learn chest compressions today, because you'll never know when you'll need it, and you may just save a life. I'm here with Call Me Kristen. She has 1 minute to put all these organs back in the human body for $100,000 to your charity. Go! The timer started.
Okay, I think this is intestines, right? Does that, wait, do you put this in first?
Well, I don't know. Look how many other organs you got. You gotta make use of your organs.
There's so
15
many.
seconds already went by.
Is this an eyeball?
That's an eyeball.
Yeah, okay, that goes up here. How do you put this in? Is this, how do I, you can't even put it in properly.
You can put it in.
Oh, I put it inside.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
That's not correct.
What about that?
Oh, what is this? It looks like a baby. Oh, is it a baby?
Yeah, you have no time. There's
wait,
20
that goes
seconds
down
left.
here. Oh no. Okay, no. Wait, there's lungs, right?
Yes, there's lungs. But there's
I
multiple lungs.
I don't know what to do.
$100,000.
I don't know. There's
8
so many
seconds.
things. There's too many things.
5 seconds.
I only know where lungs go.
What about the posterior
2,
lung?
1.
Oh, husky digging.
No, use both hands at the same time like this.
Why?
And bounce.
Why does the...
Yeah, no, you're still digging.
Are they like little chest compressions?
Fendi. Go ahead, bounce like this.
You gotta do it at a rate of 100
Like you're
beats per
punching
minute,
it.
Fendi. Come on. Oh, better?
Yeah. There you
Well,
go.
no.
Like,
2 inches deep.
But like stand up.
You gotta get on
stand
top
up
of
and
it.
punch.
Break a rib.
There
All
you
right,
go.
not bad, husky. Mr. Beast was buried alive this weekend for 50 hours. So let's talk about his movement, air, psychology, and most notably, poop. When blood becomes stagnant in our bodies, it can create a whole host of problems leading to blood clots or even pressure ulcers where the skin actually begins to break down. Despite his own ventilation system, my one concern came when they launched fireworks leading to smoke entering his coffin. This could have led to carbon monoxide poisoning, which could be fatal. Claustrophobia is listed on the DSM-5 as a specific phobia with an estimated incidence of 5% of the population. But based off seeing my patients climb into MRI machines, I'll say you don't even need to be diagnosed in order to develop anxiety in a tight space like that. Normally, you want to go number 2 somewhere between 3 times a day or 3 times a week, depending of course on age, genetics, medical conditions, or even diet. The fact that Mr. Beast didn't go number 2 in 2 days doesn't really scare me from a medical perspective, as I've seen patients who battle with constipation not go for a week at a time. Uncomfortable, but not the end of the world. And as always, stay happy and healthy. People often ask me how I give my giant dog Bear capsules like this. Well, let me show you. First, you gotta get your setup ready. Put the capsules onto the counter and get a snack that your dog loves. Bear loves dried blueberries, as you can tell. Bear's already so used to this that literally all I do, open his mouth, drop it at the back of his tongue, scratch his throat so he swallows, and then bring the yummy blueberry in. Oh. Then we repeat the process with pill number 2. Open his mouth, drop it in the back of his throat, scratch. He doesn't mind it at all because he's waiting for another blueberry. Last but not least, and we have a happy medicated dog. Right, Bear? High five.
Is it true that you can outgrow allergies and asthma?
Yes.
I didn't.
I can actually give you a very specific example of how people outgrow allergies. You've heard of the antibiotic called penicillin?
Yes.
Penicillin allergy is quite common, and a lot of my patients come in and say that they have a penicillin allergy. But most of the time, they're referencing what happened to them in their youth. 90% of people who state that they have a penicillin allergy have either grown out of it or never had one to begin with.
What? Wait.
Sticking my ear in a barbell set and
Oh man, Steve-O is destroying his ear cartilage. It looks like he's trying to get cauliflower ear. You may have seen that before in wrestlers or MMA fighters. It happens due to repeated trauma of the outside of the ear. And this cartilage actually has limited circulation already and barely any fat for protection. So then the repeated trauma causes parts of the ear to fully lose circulation, die off, and become hard and fibrous. Do not do this at home. Prevention of cauliflower ear is actually way better than our available treatments. No. Never do this. Literally never do what Mark Rober is doing in this clip.
This is throat numbing spray. Like if you have a sore throat.
He was recently on Hot Ones, and in order to avoid tasting the spiciness, he used the throat numbing spray over and over again.
Pass me the throat spray. There we go. Pass me the Chloraseptic. I think of all the things, this is the most effective.
This is a bad idea, and I gotta warn you. I'm actually a huge fan of the show. I even tried to message Sean Evans about this to give them a warning as well. Why? Because you're not supposed to use the Chloraseptic spray to this degree. And you're supposed to spit it out, not swallow it like it looks like they're doing in the clip.
Whoa.
The back of the bottle is very clear. No more than 5 sprays per 2 hours if you're an adult. There's clearly more than 5 sprays here. In fact, the FDA issued a warning about these types of throat numbing sprays when they weren't used properly. I know spicy food sucks and it burns my mouth too, but this is not the solution.